good morning. How are you doing today? I trust you're doing well. I would like to encourage you from Colossians chapter 3, verse 23-24. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not human masters. For you know you receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you're serving. Now, today we are discussing about, the things that we do. And the Bible is trying to say that whatever we do, whatever it is, that we should work at it with all our hearts as working for the Lord and not human masters. Imagine where you're working, it is not people who have employed you. It is God who has put you there for a purpose. And therefore, as much as God has put us under our bosses and the employers and the people that we work under, remember they are our earthly masters, but we have a higher master who is God. And therefore, the Bible today is telling us whatever we find our hands find to do, we should work at it with all our hearts. It is impossible sometimes to work with all your heart, especially when you know that somebody that you're working for is not going to pay you well, or you're not going to receive a good a salary, or your wages will not be that nice. But when you know that indeed you're going to receive a good reward, or you're going to receive a wonderful pay after the end of the work that you do, you work with all your strength. By the way, you go to the office with a motivation, and even if it's school, you study with all your strength. Even if it's a client that you're meeting, you run there to meet with them, because at the end of it all you're going to receive a good reward, a good salary. And therefore, the Bible is reminding us that whatever we find to do, we should work at it with all our hearts. And with all our hearts, it means with all the strength, with all the energy, with all the motivation, with all the courage, with all the good motives, with all the good attitudes. Because at the end of it all, yes, we may have human masters, we may have human bosses, human employers, but at the end of it all, their employer is God. It is God who has employed us, and God will require that we give an account of everything that we do. Therefore, today is to remind you, wherever you are, whether it's in your office or whether you've gone out there to do a project, or you're in school, remember at the end of it all, as much as you'll be working to please your employer or your boss, remember there is a higher boss who is waiting to see the work that you're doing, and all the time he's watching. So we need to remember, so that we can work with all our hearts. And also the Bible is saying that there are two things. We are going to receive an inheritance from the Lord. An inheritance, it means something that you receive from your parents, or your somebody who was close to you, and they leave it behind for you to enjoy. And so you become like an heir to that person. So you receive what was owned by that person, or they choose to give you, or by nature, because you are their heir, you are able to receive. Now, because we are heirs with Christ in God, therefore everything that belongs to God is our inheritance. And guys, this means spiritual things, but also material things, because we believe that all these things that are in the world belongs to who? To God. Therefore, we can't only say the spiritual things only, because yes, we have eternal life in God, and that is our inheritance. And also, as we are living here, God expects us to live in a way that pleases Him, and therefore He's telling us, whatever your hand finds to do, whether it is teaching, whether it is taking care of patients, whether it is operating computers or doing stuff, whether it's driving, whether it's business, whatever your hand finds to do, work at it with all your heart, remembering that whatever I do, God is going to audit it. God is going to ask for an account, and at the end of it all, the reward will be an inheritance. And God gives rewards to those who are faithful. And a story that is coming to mind right now is a story of those the talents. There is a guy who was given 5, another one 2, and another 1. And there is the one who was given 5, he went and he did a lot of work, and he was able to to make another 5, so he brought 10. And the one who was given 2, he went and worked hard, and he put to investment, and he brought 4. But there's one who was given 1, but he never did anything with it. He buried it in the sand, and then he complained about the master, somebody who likes to harvest where he has not sown. But today we need to remember that our master will come and ask for an account, and we should not be like this last guy who was a fool, who did not invest anything in the talent he was given. So today is to encourage you that whatever your hand finds to do, put work into it and work hard as you're working for the Lord, because you'll receive an inheritance. And that inheritance, is a great thing. It's a blessing from God. And I pray that you're going to pay attention to this, so that right now, as you're going to work, or as you're at work, or probably, you're looking for a job, whenever you find, or whenever you're doing your work, remember you're not serving that boss, or you're not just working for your family of people or people. Remember, at the end of it all, there is a higher master, and that is Jesus Christ. The Bible has finished in the last verse 24. It has said that it is the Lord Christ you are serving. Remember, wherever you are, it is the Lord Christ that you're serving. God bless you, and may you enjoy your time, even as you're working with all your heart to please the Lord. Bye.